Hello guys, OzMan here. This is Golden Goblins versus WHF2. Final score 83-78. WHF, I believe, had their work cut out for them in this war. They had a disadvantage. I wasn't in this. So without going through the whole breakdown, I think they were short possibly a couple of 11s. Someone can put the breakdown in the description or in the comment. They fought well. 3-star count 25-19. GG managed to clear most of the 10s. Got all the 9s. Respect WHF2. It was a disadvantage, but you didn't pull an Omega and run shitty troll bases. I'm going to run some attacks. I've been given a list of numbers. We'll see how we do. I've not watched these, so bear with me. It's Lantus. Lantus has really come into his own since the last update. Pulling his weight. As always, smashing 10s with 10s. So, no healers to be found. His queen's gone in behind a golem. Wall breaker is going to force that queen in towards that air defense. King going to follow that up. This is to take out the CC and the enemy queen. Get the one air defense. It's got 3 hounds. Possibly a hound in the CC as well. We'll find out in a second. Poisoned down. His king is dead. The witch is still alive, but the baby dragon and the witch is dead. So queen and king have done their job, really. She's just going to ability and clear some more trash. The loon portion has started from sort of 9 o'clock. Freeze down for that Inferno. And he's got hound come out of the CC. So it's a 4-hound attack. I think he had 16 loons. Still has a baby dragon. That's probably going to be for cleanup. And he's got 3 hounds hovering over this air defense. Still has a Wizzy tower and an Inferno tower. And that freeze. It's going to keep his 2 hounds up just long enough. The splash damage from all those loons wrecked everything. Loses his last hound at an absolutely perfect time. A lot of clans are saying that loons are the way forward. Loons and bowlers. Silly good attack. Number 6 next. Surprise, surprise. Lantus again, this time with dragons. So post-update thoughts. I don't think much, but my thoughts on the update are that it's actually been fairly positive. I quite like all the new stuff. I'm spending lots of time farming. The only thing I would say is that they've just done a Halloween update with the only boost, or the only 1 gem boost given was for spells. And there's just a severe lack of loot. Certainly at Town Hall 11, anyway. Missing the attack. His queen has been pushed in pretty much to the core of the base. Going to pull the golem out of the CC. Poison down to make sure that loon doesn't get a drop off. It might get 1 drop off. Queen's going to stay up. Baby dragon free to clear some of the trash up top. Once this golem dies, queen can move on and take out this Inferno tower. She's going to have to contend with the enemy queen at the same time. That shouldn't be a massive problem. Still has the ability. Gonna need to drop that in a second. Sick patience. So rage down. Those skellies are going to get dealt with after the enemy queen. Enemy king's about to get trashed. There's 2 air defense left down south. He's yet to deploy his king. And he's got wall breakers to get the king in. So while that's happening down at sort of 4 o'clock, these dragons are just going to tank through the top of the base. And he does have a hound and a couple of loons to push in towards this air defense. This is silly clean. Grounded expos, air bombs, not really taking out any of his dragons. None that I noticed. It's just this Wizzy tower left, which won't pose a threat to the dragons, but the loons might die. Excuse me. It's beer o'clock. Crazy good hit. I'm not sure why we skipped the top few bases, but I was given numbers. We're going to skip down to number 12. It's Koala Bear. Going to show this. It's semi-dip. He does have a warden, though his warden is not uber powerful, nor are most of his troops. Certainly not his wizards. It still doesn't have max heroes. It was on my list of numbers, so I apologise if this seems like a dip. But here we are. So Queen's going to break in. All the air defences are fairly exposed on this base, so this could have been air attacked. Probably fairly easy with dragons, though it's very spread out. The warden is going to help here. In with the queen. Going to break in. This is going to take into the enemy queen and the CC. And it's a hog raid. Hog and Valks, which is probably why it was on the list. Hog's making a comeback at Town Hall 10 or 9.5. So Baby Dragon CC comes out. Poisons are down. The jump spell is down. And these Valks have nowhere to go but straight into the core of the base. They're going to take a fair bit of damage from those bombs and skellies and springs. And he's near enough just spammed in hogs up top. And they've got nowhere to go but straight onto the Inferno tower. And that's where the game has changed. Double bomb set on top of one of those bomb throwing towers, which is effectively another big bomb. And those hogs pretty much live through it. He's got a few cleanup Wizzies up top. Still has a few Wizzy towers to deal with. Warden's done a fair bit of work here. I've showed a dip. I'm not going to start recording again. And it was a cool attack. So hogs on cleanup for the last 20 odd seconds. Gives me time to have another sip of beer. Clear my throat from this shitty cold. We'll move straight on to XY. Few baby Infernos. Do you know some of these bases? What is this? 85k. It's a reasonable Town Hall 10. XY sporting the max wizards. I think that was his first upgrade when it dropped, and he probably did what I did and bought the gem/resource pack. I think he said, I've got max wizards coming. So a big push from his kill squad here. He's got 28 hogs for this raid. There's a lot of double bomb spots, but again, the double bombs just don't mean that much. He's only got a couple of heal spells. The baby Inferno means he's not going to need a freeze for the first portion of this. And his queen's going to push through. We're at 33%. And he can already start the surgical hog. So we have only 4 hogs left. So 20 odd hogs have been deployed. We've got 1 bomb. They're going to tank through that, no problem. They're going to move on to this bomb tower. They get through that. Some skellies right on top of the Inferno, but the heal's there. The freeze is there. And they have smashed through this base. So we got 8 or 9 hogs left. Queen on a sliver of health. Got a bowler wandering around doing not a lot. Let's just clean up. Powerbangs, baby clan. We like Powerbang. Do you know we do like Powerbang? I'll be honest, I was never a massive fan of Jake once he got that cigar out. So interesting base, a lot of effort gone into keeping the queen and those Infernos safe. This is going to be 18 hogs. A few bowlers again. Baby Inferno towers. But it's predominantly about a massive funnel. This is almost like a Town Hall 9 attack. He's dropped in a bunch of giants. His bowler's in behind. King's going to go in and smash the enemy queen. And everything is in the core. These 2 Infernos should go down fairly quickly. It's got a few Teslas in there. For all these bases have baby Infernos, they do have fairly maxed out heroes. So, like everyone at the moment, the weight game has to be played. So many clans, not engineering bases, but just upgrading smartly. Saying that, since the update, a few wars, this would have been considered a fairly big mismatch. In Maynard's, we got perfect ward for the first time in forever that I can remember. We're not engineered in Maynard's, but we are weighted well, and the other clan had an advantage that realistically, unless we got lucky, they weren't going to lose. And Bronze Goblins just had a war versus a clan called a Well Hung Long Sun, or a Hung Long Sun. Vietnamese clan, cool attacks from them. They had like a 7 Town Hall 11 advantage, and I don't think they had... Everything was a 0.5, pretty much. Their entire clan was a 0.5. And again, unless we absolutely stormed our 9s and beat all their 9.5s fresh, we just weren't going to do very well. It didn't happen, we lost. It happened. The next number I was given was 30. And I might have to come back and record a few more of these. No idea what we're about to see. This could have been a joke. Akurazine, our new member, I would assume, for Golden Goblins. He is a mid-level Town Hall 9. And he's about to do an air attack on... It's effectively a Town Hall 8 / Town Hall 9. But apparently it's pretty, so we will watch. So yeah, mismatches. I don't know if they've done something to the sort of war matchmaking system. A lot of times in these updates they do stuff that they don't really publicize, like the minor nerf. Yeah, but it just seems like mismatches are rife at the moment. They're everywhere. So this is quite pretty. The heroes have gone in, dealt with the CC. These baby air defenses are going to take ages to get through these hounds, but the pathing on these loons is looking sexy. And it's pretty much a counterclockwise surgical Laloon. Old school. Couple of back end loons. Sweeper's going to give these loons a bit of shit at 3 o'clock. But he's got tons of troops left. There's cleanup everywhere. Thanks for a good war, WHF2. GG is headed to their 50th win. I'll fast forward, I'll show the log. Hergoth, if there's the smiley face, that's probably why I was told to show it. Hergoth has put together a screenshot of GG's entire war log for like the last, I don't know, 150 wars. I think we've lost 3. We're about to lose that line. Those guys stomped us. That was not long after I joined. Yeah, the streak is what we were looking at. 49, 1 to go. See you guys in the next one.